welcome to the Palace on the Bluff, the Child Center, for tonight's West Coast.
San Francisco Dons.
Welcome to the Child Center for West Coast Conference volleyball action. The fall is coming to a close, and we got a good matchup between the visiting University of San Francisco Dons and host Portland Pilots from right here at the Child Center. Jason Bro and Carly DeMonian here to call the action, and a couple teams that are familiar with five-set matches, but one's been a little bit better than the other this year in conference play.
Absolutely. So I anticipate this to be another competitive match. Like you said, the last time these two teams met, it went five games, and San Francisco just sneaking by with a win. And the Dons have been on a kind of a nice 6-game winning streak until they faced BYU and San Diego. And Portland kind of hasn't had a lot of wins in conference this season, but their record really doesn't reflect, in my opinion, how tough they've been battling teams and how close the games have been. So I'm expecting another nice battle tonight.
Pilots have lost five setters. That's tough in conference play. Who are the players you want to watch today, Carly?
First is Claire Canines, who has been a rock for the San Francisco team. She leads her team in kills and has racked up 36 aces this season. And she is second in digs behind the libero, so she makes a huge impact for the Dons.
Yeah, one of 3 players with 200-plus kills for the Dons. What about for the Pilots?
Yeah, and Yellen Larson is who I have been keeping my eye on. She's a freshman, and she's brought a lot of energy to the court and height to the net, getting blocks and kills for the Pilots. In fact, she had her career high of 14 kills against Gonzaga on Saturday, and she's just the spark that I think Portland needs to pull out a win.
And you mentioned, we talked earlier about that 6-match winning streak for San Francisco. That came on the heels of 7 straight losses. So this team, San Francisco, obviously can beat anybody, but they've had some ups and downs. As we mentioned, in 5-set matches, especially during that run, they won 3 5-set matches. Portland 1-5 in 5-set matches in WCC play. That's the difference between a 6-8 conference record for San Francisco and 2-11 for the Pilots.
Right. I mean, like I said, it just doesn't show like how close some of those games the Pilots have been battling against some really tough teams. I mean, the West Coast Conference is just a strong group of volleyball teams.
Yeah, San Diego and BYU get a lot of the headlines, but Pepperdine, LMU, and even the Bay Area schools always doing well. Head coach for the Dons, Diogo Silva, doing a nice job trying to build this program up. They've had some up and down years, but they've had some years where they haven't won any matches, but he's got them going in a good direction right now.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like when I was playing, like, San Francisco was always a super competitive match, and we'd win some, we'd lose some. So same indicative of how it's going to be tonight.
And for the Pilots, Megan Burton has been through some ups and downs, but this year she's got a really exciting young team. There's a good group of veterans, as well as the player to watch. You mentioned freshman Yellen Larson, Jade Harris, Noelani Helm, Grace Zilbert, the typical starters in there as we look at the lineups here as they're coming out.
Right,
and
some freshmen and what am I thinking of?
Charity Bradley, a graduate senior. And for seniors, they're coming up on their last 2 home matches today, and then Saturday will be senior day, recognizing 5 seniors. So that's always, you've gone through that as a former player here. Mm-hmm. This is probably an emotional weekend. You want to finish your career off on a strong note. So this is a big weekend for the Pilots, and also for those freshmen, the Maui Robbins, the Yellen Larsons, those players who are trying to kind of take this program up to the next level.
Right, they have big shoes to fill. Right? Because there were some really strong seniors.
So the officials going through the lineups. We see the libero for San Francisco will be Abby Wattis. She's led the team with 363 digs. We mentioned for the Pilots, Grace Zilbert, she's just been a mainstay in that libero position, just so solid for Portland.
Right, she's all over the court all the time.
So San Francisco will serve with Wattis once we get the lineups all set.
Abby Wattis to serve for USF to begin set number 1.
Helm will be starting at the center position. We'll see her play multiple positions. She'll be an attacker. She does a lot for the Pilots. Serve received by Jade Harris. Helm out to Maui Robbins. First swing is blocked. Therefore, it is Island Ashub on the outside along with Lauren Perry. 1-0. San Francisco out to the early lead. And you see Portland targeting Robbins right out the get-go. Wattis. Again, Portland this time going for Yellen Larson. Is there a touch there? No touch. That hit is long. And she's one, you can just see the talent oozing out of her with the opportunity as she gets a little more experience. Good start for the Dons, 2-0. Wattis. Zilbert hounds this. Good serve receive. Rajkovic, first point for Portland, going to the middle. So Portland's had 3 different attackers on the first 3 points. Into the front row, Charity Bradley. Back to serve Grace Zilbert. In the middle, Perry there. Portland with the dig. Robbins just going to have to push this over. Back row attack here coming from Shia Richardson, and that's long. Richardson, one of those players with 200-plus kills a target and going for the back row attack. Zilbert serve for the Pilots. And miscommunication, and Zilbert with the ace, the first of the match. She's got 26. Portland, aggressive serving team. They'll rack up some aces. First lead of the match for the Pilots. And there it is, your player to watch, Claire Canines with her first kill.
Yeah, when I was looking at the stats, Jason, I was just caught her 289 and not realizing she's a right side.
Yeah.
Usually outside hitters, or sometimes middle blockers, but mostly outside hitters will rack up those points.
The setter, Ashub to serve. Robbins gonna tip this one over, but hits the antenna, and Dawn's back up on top 4-3.
It was a nice idea if she just could have angled it into the court just a little bit more. That spot is open.
Bradley, Yellen Larson, and Maui Robbins up front for the Pilots. Noilani Helm setting. Ashub with the serve. Jade Harris handles serve receive, looking for Charity Bradley, and that time she gets it down right through Ashub. Leilani Momoa coming in for the Pilots. She will serve. Replacing Larson. There's a big swing and kill for Maria Petkova, her first attack, and she puts it down. Gives the Dons a 5-4 lead. Back to serve. Helm looking for Robbins. And again, just a little touch there, finds the blocker. That's such a skill. You see that from Jade Harris, and you see it from Maui Robbins. Ability to make a point out of nothing. She had 2 blockers right in front of her.
Yeah. I mean, when you're not the tallest one at the net, you kind of have to be a little savvy, right?
Creative, and we've seen that from a lot of the Pilots. I mean, you're not going to out-recruit Pepperdine and San Diego. You kind of have to find those players that are crafty, like you mentioned. Back set and tipped over and found the empty spot. That's Lauren Perry again with the kill. Now coming into the front row, Ursula Staka back in. And back to service Perry. And that one just inside. Momola thought that was going to go long. It just dived in inside the line. Ace for the Dons.
You hate that, but you don't see any of your teammates yelling in or out and out.
Yeah.
Need that communication.
Perry just her 7th ace of the season. This time handled by the Pilots. Harris with her first swing. Dug up, another chance for the Pilots. This time back set to Bradley down the line, but dug up by Perry. Here's a swing for Canines. Nice dig right there by Zilbert. Pushed over by Harris. And off the block and down, Shia Richardson terminates the point. So nice rally, the longest rally we've had thus far of the game goes to the Dons. 8-5 USF. Harris with the big swing, and that one is gonna go down the net and fall. Point Pilots off the block. And coming back into the front row is Rajkovic. Bradley to serve. First meeting between these two was one of those 5-set matches. Pilots fell 15-12 in set number 5 at War Memorial Gymnasium. So again, this is one we can expect to be very competitive.
Right, and it was like win one, lose one. They were just trading off games.
Helm finding Harris. That connection we've called a lot. She finds the line. Nice angle there. Kept it inside to give Jade Harris another kill. Pilots trim it to 1.
And Jade just has so many shots in her wheelhouse. That, and she's so smart and savvy at the net. She's a great player to watch.
And that is going to be inside just inside the line judge for the kill. Back to serve for the Dons is Canines. Rajkovic find the spot. Nice little inside-outside tip.
Right, sometimes you don't have to do a lot with it. Just get it to the right spot. And I can see the Pilots, if they can utilize the middle a little bit more, it's definitely going to make the Dons have to think at the net and their blocking scheme.
Yeah, the Pilots really heavily relying on their outsides, but here is Richardson. Big swing there. And Richardson pounds it through the Pilot defense. She'll go back to serve. Back into the front row is Petkova. Shia Richardson back to serve. Joust at the net, and the overpass is hammered by Staka. Easy point for the Dons.
Right, that's just super tough for Helm trying to bring that off the net when she's back row player and she can't touch the ball above the net and have it go over.
That one barely. Better communication there from the Pilots. You hear it.
You could hear them telling each other, out and out.
Everybody kind of held their breath. I think that was close. Jade Harris back to serve. Pilots trailing 11-9. Goes short with it. What a serve. That thing dropped. They saw it coming, but it was such a perfectly placed ball, they couldn't get there. That thing just died right over the net inside the 10-foot line. Ace for Harris. On the slide.
Oh.
Looked like the timing wasn't great, but Staka still got a good swing on it.
Right, Grace was right there. She's like, oh. You could see her disappointment in her face as she saw that ball go off her forearm.
Through one full rotation, Wattis back to serve. Just over the net. Yellen Larson, great swing right there, and a nice setup from Noelani Helm.
Yeah, that's the spark I'm talking about. Like, once she gets a kill, she turns to her team. She's like, let's go. I just love to see it.
Zilbert back to serve. And indecision from Wattis ends up in an ace for Zilbert. Tied up at 12 apiece. 3 aces already for the Pilots here early on against the Dons in the first set. Richardson, a little overpass. Robbins can't finish it. Now Yellen Larson with the chance, goes off the block and down. So the Dons struggling a little bit with serve receive, and Pilots taking advantage, and timeout for San Francisco. Coach Silva calls it before the media. Portland comes back to take the early lead. It's 13-12 Pilots here in set number 1. here at the Child Center. Portland trailed early, but has put together a little bit of string here lately, up 13-12. Carly, what have you liked from Portland so far here early in the match?
Well, their aggressive serving has definitely made an impact. I mean, Grace has had now, was it two aces?
Yeah, the Pilots have 3 collectively, and another nice swing there. Again, Canines finds the angle. Good size along the front line for San Francisco, and sometimes it seems like some flat-footed shots, and they're just still able to get some good pace on them and get some kills. Back to serve is the setter. Yellen Larson, you said it, she was the player to watch, and she's been delivering for the Pilots.
Yeah, I mean, it's just nice to see such young talent coming into the Portland program.
Romolo back to serve. Ashub with the back set, looking Portland. Bradley trying to find that spot again. Dawn scrambled to keep it alive. Helm again looking for Bradley. This time, is there a touch there? No touch, just hit it long. Petkova back to serve for USF. Nice serve receive from the Pilots. Going to get a good swing, good opportunity. Executed well there from dig to set to spike, and Maui Robbins finishes the point.
Right, if Portland can have really solid ball control, especially in serve receive, where Helm can then pick and choose who she wants to set, she can create some nice holes for Portland's hitters.
Sarah Denham into the back row for USF. Robbins serve. Big swing by Perry. Portland able to keep it alive. Now Richardson gonna go. Tip from Helm. Joust at the net. Dug up by Ashub. Richardson, another good swing. Good rally going on Canines. Nice dig by Mumolo. Tipped by Bradley, and that is down. So great rally, good scramble. Nice effort. Everybody seemed to have play a part in that for the Pilots.
Absolutely, and Bradley is really loving that little spot inside the 10-foot line.
Well, we've seen Rajkovic do that as well, kind of the inside, outside, just right in front of him, finding that spot. Maui Robbins to serve. Oof. And we're gonna have...
I was gonna say, that didn't look so good coming out of those hands.
Yep, so Portland will take it. Largest lead of the match. 17-14, Maui Robbins continues to serve. Ashub with the back set, looking for Canines, their primary target. Portland. Nice setup from Grace Zilbert. She's been so good at that as a secondary setter from that libero position. Just put it right in the spot where Jade Harris could get a big swing on it.
I almost held my breath a little bit, though. She was so tight to the net.
I know, yeah.
She handles it really well.
So Portland on a nice little run here on Robbins' serve. And she finds another ace, ace number 4. Another timeout, second and final timeout of set number 1 for San Francisco. Portland has gained control here, up 19-14, trying to jump out to the early lead.
San Francisco's out of
So Portland out to a 19-14 lead. Maui Robbins still serving. Good balance for the Pilots. Harris and Larson, 3 kills each, 2 apiece for Robbins, Charity Bradley, and Una Rajkovic. Dawn's trying to stop the bleeding, and they do with Shia Richardson. Goes down the line with authority. 19-15 now. Back into the front row is Staka, serving his parry for the Dons.
Ashub just did a nice job of just shooting that ball clear from the pin out to the other pin. Nice set choice.
And we'll have a substitution. Anna Petrova in to replace Richardson. Robbins handles that nicely. Back set for Bradley, off the block and out. Give her the kill. So Portland, it seems like more so than they have targeting the, going to the middles a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, and if you have the serve receive passing, you can do that.
Bradley back to serve. Rajkovic back into the front row. Richardson handles this. Now she'll get a swing on it. Through the block and down.
Looked like through the hands of Helm onto her shoe, and she's like, I can play it up.
Canine serving. Richardson now with a match-high 4 kills. Jade Harris, cross court, dug up by Wattis. Richardson, another one. This one is blocked. Rajkovic and Helm over there for the first block of the match for Portland.
I feel like that's going to be another key thing for Portland. Besides serving tough and taking care of the ball and serve receive, just establishing that block, getting in the heads of the Dons' hitters would make a huge difference.
Helm to serve. Richardson, nice dig there. Looked like Maui Robbins got it, and Jade Harris will go off the block for another kill. So great defense by the Pilots.
Yeah, seeing a lot of nice passes and digs from Maui Robbins right now. She's shown what she's got in the back row. Love it.
22-16. Robbins, one of those freshmen along with Larson. Bright, promising future for the Pilots. The tip dug up, and Portland gonna just get this as a free ball over. Back set to Staka, and Staka, she's been effective. Kill number 4 for her on all 4 attacks. Coming back into the front is Petkova. Richardson to serve. Rajkovic handles the short serve. Back row attack for Canines, dug up by the Pilots. Back set for Larson. Continue. Larson, just, nope, miscommunication there.
I was just going to say, Grace just covered outside block, and then she covered Yellen Larson's block. I mean, she's all over the court.
As someone who played that position, you can appreciate that.
Exactly.
In to serve is Branson Lennon, making her first appearance. Larson this time coming up the middle, and that way Portland mixes it up a little bit, gets Larson a good look. Richardson back in. Jade Harris to serve. Portland 2 points away from grabbing this early 1-set lead. Petkova able to hit it off the block. Point for San Francisco.
She just seemed to muscle it right through the seam of those 2 players.
Perry into the front row, back to serve. Wattis. Robbins from the 10-foot line, just pushes it over. Opportunity for the Dons. Back set for Canines, not connected well there. Rajkovic had to tip it. Portland with a chance here. Larson cross court, just got a little behind it.
Yeah.
23-20, and Megan Burton's going to use her first time out here. Pilots trying to close out the first set, 23-20. Dons not giving up. Pilots up 23-20, trying to close out this first set. Really, the difference has been in serving. Portland 4 aces, no errors. Serve receive has been great for the Pilots. San Francisco hitting 379, only 2 errors, but trailing 23-20. Rajkovic, and it's blocked down. Right there was Perry. 23-21, so 3 straight points here. Seems like it's always hardest to get the last couple of points of a set.
Right.
Wattis with the serve, and that one's long. Portland will take it. Now, a few set points for the Pilots. Grace Zilbert back to try to close this out. Zilbert has 2 of Portland's 4 aces here in the first set. On the outside, Petkova, but it's blocked by Larson and Bradley over there. Great way to finish the first set. Portland 25-21, just the way you want to start it on your home court. Good balanced effort for the Pilots right there. They jump out to the 1-0 lead. Do we have a 5-setter, or can Portland win before that? Hopefully Portland can win before that. Back here at the Child Center, West Coast Conference volleyball action between the host Portland Pilots and visiting University of San Francisco Dons, and the Pilots winning that first set 25-21. Pilots hitting 265, USF hitting 333, but Portland 4 aces, no service errors, and got a couple late blocks. That was the difference in the first set. Jade Harris to serve to start set number 2. Petkova Now it's going to be Maui Robbins. Finds the line. Good cross-court swing right there.
You hate that when, as a defensive player, see them pointing out where you should be playing defense. Dang it.
Harris to serve. Goes short, another great short service. Joust at the net. San Francisco going to get a chance to regroup here. Back set looking for Staka, and she's been very effective. 5 for 5. 5 attacks, 5 kills. Wattis back to serve. Again, San Francisco a little fortunate there. Not great on serve receive, but able to win that joust at the net. And service error gives it right back to the Pilots. Charity Bradley into the front row. Grace Zilbert back to serve. Another good serve. And give the kill. Looked like Ashub got it. And again, not a great serve receive, but San Francisco able to make something out of it. In to serve is Branson Lennon. And this time it's an ace for Lennon, so comes off the bench and gives a point right off the bat to USF. Lennon, a true freshman from Los Angeles, listed as a setter, so finding a way to make an impact here. Gets a point, but gives one back. And she'll come back out and back in. Ashub. Keilani Mumolo back in to serve for the Pilots. Larson will have a seat. Ashub to the middle. Portland with another chance here. Maui Robbins gonna go soft again. Grace Zilbert everywhere right now. Robbins had a smile on her face as she swung that one.
Third time's a charm.
And a full laugh as you're swinging away down the line.
Right.
Again, great positioning for Grace Zilbert there, just keeping that rally alive. Mumolo back to serve, 4-3 Pilots. Overpass and knocked down. I believe that was Helm that's going to get credit.
Helm tries to get her kills whenever she can. When she's setting a 5-1, you know. Anytime the ball is at the net, she is trying to attack it.
Well, and we've seen her at times throughout the year be in one of those attacking positions. She can hammer. She's a great athlete.
Oh,
she can play outside. She can do a lot of different things. That one barely long.
No, I would take that miss.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you don't ever want to not have errors because you're probably not being aggressive enough in serving.
Exactly.
I'm sure there's some analytics out there that say what a good percentage is. But 2 service errors out of the first 10 points for San Francisco, not what they're looking for. Sarah Denham to come into the back row. Maui Robbins to serve for the Pilots. 5 service errors in the match so far for USF, just 1 for the Pilots. Clips in net, but gets over. Richardson blocked.
Helm was there.
Helm and Bradley, not sure if it was a blocker into the net, but they were both right there waiting for it. 7-4 Pilots.
No, true. Don't know if that one got
Well,
over the net.
if it didn't get over the net, it was going to be blocked by Helm and Bradley. So
Exactly.
nonetheless, point for Pilots. Another chance here for Portland. Bradley gets a good swing, and again, Portland taking advantage of the lack of quality serve receive from USF, and Bradley gets a good swing there. 8-4, Portland doubling up USF here early in set number 2. Another good serve, handled better this time by the Dons. Richardson through the block that time. Staka back in. Perry to serve. Haven't called Kanine's name much lately.
Well, when Staka's hitting 100%, that's who I'd be going to if I was sharing front row.
And again, service error number 6. Richardson has 12 attacks, Staka with 5. Kanine's just 2 kills on 6 attacks so far. Portland, 4 different players with 4 kills. Great balance. Harris, Robbins, Bradley, and Larson, each with 4 kills for the Pilots. Bradley to serve. Didn't get enough on that one.
Yeah, it looked like a miss hit, but she tends to have a really strong short serve.
Zilbert back in. Kanine's back to serve. Jade Harris hammered down the line and in.
And I'm just loving the confidence that Maui Robbins is exuding right now in serve receive. She's just had great passing. I hope I'm not jinxing her because she's doing a great job.
And USF going to the bench. Couple new players in. Isadora Nikolai coming on for the first time, as well as Lana Kudahena. So trying something different here. Helm with the serve. Kudahena, but right into the block of Larson and Rajkovic.
That was a freshman powerhouse right there.
Yeah, love to see that. Right on it.
Yeah, Larson does a nice job of their outside hand just pressing it back into the court.
Struggling again with the serve, and that's going to be a lift ball or
back row attack. Yeah. For the setter,
and that's
back
going to
row.
be a timeout for USF. But Portland in complete control right here. Up a set, 12-6 in set number 2. You got to love what you see if you're a fan of the purple. Can Portland keep it going? Back at the Child Center, and Portland has kind of wrestled control of this match here. Trying to keep it going, coming out of the timeout, and again, give the ace to Helm. San Francisco, who has played really well of late. We mentioned 6 straight wins, and then just their 2 losses on the road to San Diego and BYU, the 2 best teams in the league.
Maybe it got in their head a little bit.
But today, it's all Portland. Thus far, Helm to serve. And Richardson, she's been a consistent threat, gets her team high 6th kill. As we see Isadora Nikolai doing setting duties. As the Dons have made a number of changes here in set number 2. Richardson back to serve. Larson, and again, Rajkovic this time handling the serve, and that allowed Larson to get a good swing on it.
Right, but the athleticism of Helm to take that. I felt like that ball was a little tight to the net, but Helm can totally handle it.
Jade Harris back to serve. Petkova, Yellen Larson right there. She's had quite an impact today.
Yeah, that's tough because that was a great Great serve receive pass. I felt like they were finally going to connect, but.
And it was
Larson.
one-on-one.
Yep.
For USF, that's what you want. Larson just wins the battle. Petkova again, this time Portland looking for Larson that time. It went off the block, hit the antenna before it hit her, so give her another kill.
Okay, I was confused because what I saw, I didn't see the antenna.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, that just hit.
16-7. And the tip, good effort by Helm, but the tip is down by Staka. Perry into the front row. Wattis to serve for USF. And if you're Portland, just keep getting side outs and you're in great shape here, 16-8.
Right.
Zilbert and Portland just gonna get this one over. Petkova off the block and down. Third kill of the evening for Maria Petkova. Helm back set and tipped by Rajkovic. And on the second effort, we're gonna have, I believe USF was into the net.
Yeah. Either
That
way.
was Nikolai. Either way, it was gonna be a
Point
kill
for Pilots,
Portland.
yeah.
Bradley back into the front, and Grace Zilbert to serve. And Maui Robbins with the sitter just hammers it.
Teammates are loving it.
And another timeout for USF, and Portland having fun here. Maui Robbins just with an easy one, and she puts it away. Portland doubling up USF here in set number 2, 18-9. All Pilots thus far tonight. So Portland with all the momentum right now, looking to close out the second set. Big lead. And another good serve. Poor serve receive gives Portland a chance to really set up their offense. Tipped over by Bradley. Petkova gonna get a swing on it, and off the block and down. So San Francisco stops the bleeding.
Right, Grace tried to have some like go-go gadget arms to try to get that ball up, but.
Needed about 2 more inches. Back in is Ashub. And Canines, so going back to the normal lineup here is Coach Silva trying to see if they can put something together. Portland hitting 643, 9 for 14 kills on a total attacks here in set number 2.
0 errors. Nice.
And Robbins just has to tip that one over. Canines gets a chance there. Nice up from Jade Harris. Good swing by Yellen Larson. And right there, easy put away for Charity Bradley. Saw that the whole back row was uptight, and she just placed it deep. Mumolo back in to serve. 19-10, Portland. Just great all-around effort so far in this match for Portland. Defensively, serving, good distribution on the attack. Gets down for the back set, but no touch there.
USF
Into the net.
clear the net. Point, Pilots.
And you just see, I mean, Portland playing with a lot of confidence. And on the other side of the net, you know, I haven't watched San Francisco up, but they just seem uncertain right now.
Yeah, playing tight. Very tight in serve receive.
Ashub. Portland now with a chance. Umolo, and this will be a free ball. Who is USF going to target? Back set. Dug up by Mola, and another Bradley there for the block. Canines, Portland defensively keeping this ball in play. Maui Robbins going to try to put it away. Good swing off the block and down. Great defense. Momola there with a few digs, and Portland just scrambling.
Right, that was a fun rally. Both teams had some great ups.
Another good rotation here for the Pilots. Momola still serving, 21-10. Helm gonna find Robbins on the outside, tips that one just over the block. And this will be a free ball opportunity for the Pilots. Helm finds Bradley, swung on, she's gonna have another chance at it, tips this one over, but a nice up by the Dons. Another good rally here. Robbins. Just figures it off the block. That's got to be a hard one too. It seems like the ball's coming right over your head. You can't really size it up. Just got a lot like Jade Harris, where they just have a way of feeling out where the defender is.
She's following right in Jade's footsteps, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you remember, you saw that from Jade as a freshman too, just a knack and an ability. And from the middle right there, Perry. Haven't called her name in a while, just her second kill. 22-11.
That's where I feel like USF has been getting their kills, is from the middle. They just haven't been able to set their middles.
Yakova.
USF serves into the net. Point, Pilots.
Portland will take it. 7th service error of the match.
That's frustrating as a player. You know, you finally battle back and get the rally back, and to miss a serve at the bottom of the net, it just kills that momentum that you just fought so hard to win back.
Robbins pounds his serve, and Richardson from the 10-foot line. No touch. Nope. Set point coming for the Pilots, 24-11.
Set point, serving 11.
And another pretty good swing right there out of not a great setup. And again, just a poor Canines just with an easy overpass right there. And Jade Harris hammers it down, 25-11. Portland runs away with set number 2. All Pilots here so far through 2 sets. 25-21, 25-11. And USF is out of sorts. Portland is playing phenomenal, taking advantage of it. 2 sets to none. Can they close it out? here at the Chiles Center. Great first two sets for the Pilots. Good balance, great serve receive, good serving. And Portland, you know, Carly, what's been the difference in this match?
Mostly, I think, confidence. Like, Portland's playing cool, calm, and collected, and just taking care of the volleyball. And it is the polar opposite on the other side, just tight, miscommunications, just
Lack
rough.
Of confidence, it seems like
exactly.
right now. So Wattis to serve. And Portland keeps it alive. Helm with an athletic play. We see that so much. Canines, timing not right. Hammered. Great couple athletic plays by Nolani Helm just to get Portland in that position, and Larson hammers it home. Charity Bradley up front. Grace Silbert to serve. Richardson blocked right back at her. Larson and Bradley.
It's that height at the net that I'm just, such a nice thing to see on the Portland side. And it hasn't always been that way.
Yeah, I mean, Yellen Larson, she's got all the tools. As Richardson, I think, might have a bloody nose or something. They're going to check her out. But you mentioned Yellen Larson as the player to watch. And I mean, she's got the size, the athleticism. She's a player that could really develop into a very, very good WCC player.
Absolutely. Like I said, I love just the energy she brings to the court. Like, when she's in, she's making her teammates better, and that's just something you know you have inside you. No, you can't really hone in on that skill.
Yeah, Richardson getting some cotton up the nose, trying to stop the bleeding there.
Ooh. I hope they're using that cauterizer stuff that they would put on like a really bad wound. I'm like, oh my gosh. Bad memories from when I've had injuries on the court.
Ugh, yeah. They haven't brought out the spray yet like they do in soccer. Right. They jump right back up and act like nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
So Portland, I hate to bring it up, but last week, Portland looked in control against Gonzaga, won the first two sets, looked like they were going to win it going away, and ended up kind of coming apart, and Gonzaga comes back and wins. So how do you mentally block that out and keep going forward?
Or maybe just that's the momentum that's driving them to be like, we're not doing that again.
Well, the second set was as good of a dominating set as we've seen from Portland all year long, and a good start here in set number 3. Great up right there. Portland keeps it alive. Perry had a good swing on it, but again, another nice dig, this time from Harris. And just a smart little play off the block.
Just a little roll shot chip. I wasn't anticipating her cutting that angle either.
3-0, and again, great defense by the Pilots. Helm with an athletic play. Jade Harris with a dig. 3-0, 3-0 Portland. Back set for Canines. Just can't seem to get their timing right. And Portland will send it back. Another chance for USF. And Richardson this time with the angle off the block and down. Richardson just a sophomore. Both teams have some good young players. Ashub with the serve. And just outside the antenna. Helm says that was my fault on the set.
Pushed it out a little too far. Now he's trying to get just a little knuckle on it.
Island Ashub, another sophomore, the primary setter. Great serve receive from Harris. That gives Charity Bradley, you've mentioned it so much, just good serve receive, allowing so many different attacking options.
Well, Helm's just a great setter with great set choice. And so when she has the opportunity to pick and choose, she can be super strategic and put the ball where it needs to be for her hitters to just crush it.
Mumolo in to serve. Portland racked up a bunch of points on her serve last set. Gives away this one. Just the third service error compared to 7 for USF. Pilots have 5 service aces, just 2 for the Dons. Substitution coming in is Branson Lennon for Richardson to serve. Lunging there is Zilbert, just wide on the attack from Bradley. 4-4. Maui Robbins gets a good swing. That's got to be a touch. Yep, and the down ref is going to get the touch.
USF is not liking it.
And we might see our first challenge of the match.
Oh, it's in the coach's hands.
And we have some honesty out of one of the players.
Player's like, don't do it, coach.
And Branson thinks she's still serving, but
Richardson returns for Lennon.
it will be point Portland. Maui Robbins to serve. Richardson back into the back row for USF. Back set for Canines. Gets that one down. That's the first time really since the first set we've seen her be able to take a good swing on something.
Goes high off the block point. USF.
I mean, she totally has the capability. I mean, she's got the height. She's getting up there when she swings. Just getting that, whatever, working out the kinks between her and her setter.
Another chance here for the Dons. On the quick, just a little bit of a miss hit.
Oh.
One ball violation point. USF.
All right, points.
Oh,
Dons.
because, okay, so it was Zilbert took it with her hands and then she attacked it. So it was an illegal touch because Zilbert is not allowed to set anybody inside the 10-foot line.
Look at you, all over it. I was just gonna say point Dons, but there we go. That's why we pay you the big bucks. And an ace. So USF putting something together. Sarah Denham comes in off the bench, gets the ace. Dons up 7-5. First time they've had a lead since early in the first set. The rhythmic clapping is back from the USF bench. Back set for Bradley, just pushes that one down. Can't teach height.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes just a perfectly placed ball can be so devastating to your defense. Watching that ball just like that was the exact spot that they were giving up.
USF trying to look at the rotation, or is Richardson maybe bleeding a little bit? Nope, she looks okay. Take another look at it.
I mean, if you've got something shoved up your nose, I mean, that's got to be so distracting as a player. I don't know.
Well, I don't know if it happened on that block that Larson, or if it happened earlier and that just kind of dislodged it.
Right. Coach will take advantage of this little medical timeout, though, for sure, to try to get his players locked in.
So Portland trailing 6-7 here in set number 3. Again, looking at the stats, pretty good balance for the Pilots. Maui Robbins in double-digit kills with 10. 7 each for Larson and Bradley, 6 for Jade Harris. 4 blocks for Larson as well. 3 for Charity Bradley, 2 apiece for Rakovic and Helm. Portland hitting .385 for the match, .226 for USF. Megan Burton getting a quick chat in with the down official, and I think we are ready to go. Charity Bradley back to serve. And they'll take it, clips the net and down. Ace for Bradley.
That's what I was talking about. Like, she's got a nice flat serve that can like come at you and then just die right over the net.
Another serve, this one handled by Petrova. She'll get a swing at it. Nice up from Robbins, looking for Harris. Good scramble by the Dons, keeps it alive. Rajkovic on the slide, just couldn't get it over the net.
Yeah, it looks like just the height of the set has just been a little inconsistent, and Rajkovic has had a little bit of trouble connecting.
Kanines back to serve. Harris pushes that one over. Petrova able to keep it in play. Tip by Helm is handled. Good swing on the outside there from Petrova, but the Pilots keep it in play. Petrova one more time, this time from the 10-foot line. Is there a touch there? No touch. Attack is long, 8-8. Portland bringing Yelm Larson back in, and Helm to serve. We've talked about, you know, kind of Portland coming up on the short end of 5-set matches. You'd really like to see a strong finish. We mentioned senior night on Saturday against Santa Clara. Again, a team that they think going into that you can win that match.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you come in with a little confidence, that's just a little extra bonus.
What a save by Helm. Helm just comes flying in to get that up. Zilbert sets up Harris, pounds it down, 9-8 Portland. And then the rest of the schedule, at Pacific, at St. Mary's, two teams again that Portland, you feel like you got a chance. At Pepperdine will be tough to close out the year, but you look at that and you say, you know, there's 4 potential match wins, including this one. That can get Portland to 6 wins. That could be a great way, as this one is wide. Zilbert able to avoid that one. Fastball coming in inside. She able to get out of the way. 10-8 Portland. But you'd love to see, especially for the young players, Coach Burton, just can you finish with some momentum?
Exactly.
10-8 Portland.
Oh, Zilbert saw that coming.
Larson gets to hammer it down. Great job, as you mentioned. Grace Zilbert just read that one beautifully. And Portland's strung together 4 straight points. You talked about it between sets. It's just rally scoring. The momentum can shift, and it's just a set can get away from you in a hurry.
Right. I mean, that was one of the things that I remember working on, is trying to get on a run. Like, we'd have in practice designated games where it was like you could only score points if you went on a 3-point run. So stringing it together points can be huge in a rally scoring.
Petrova gets the big kill. Now she'll go back to serve. Grad transfer from UConn. Helm out to Harris. We called that connection a lot the last couple years.
Yeah, and the speed of that set, it just opens up so many angles for Harris to hit.
She'll go back to serve. Richardson just has a bunch of cotton coming out of her nose, and we'll have a net violation. Yeah, you mentioned it, that can't be easy to...
Right? I feel like, you know, when you get hit in the nose and your eyes just start watering, right? So think about having something stuck up your nose and still be able to play your best.
Wattis to serve. Larson tips it over. Wattis there. Chance for Kanines. Good swing. Nice up from Helm. Maui Robbins from the 10-foot line. Dug up by Wattis. Kanines again. This time can't handled by the Pilots. Good back and forth there, and Dons finish the point.
Yeah, it's almost like Kanines has had more success in the back row now, attacking versus the front row. You can see where she gets her kills if you're getting set all the way around the court.
Harris, Helm, and now Robbins. Just couldn't get that one over. 12-12. Good serve. Give the ace to Wattis. USF back on top, 13-12. Extended huddle here for Portland. You like to see that from the upperclassmen, just trying to get everyone on the same page. Silbert handles this serve. Larson, good tip.
Yeah, I haven't seen many tips from Larson, so that they were definitely, the Dons were not expecting that.
Yeah, she usually just powers it through. Charity Bradley back up front. Zilbert to serve. This has been a good rotation for the Pilots with Zilbert serving. Richardson handles it. Canines.
Ooh, she had to really reach to jump behind the 10-foot line with that.
Great angle from Maui Robbins. That thing was about 2 feet off the net line. 14-13 UP. Back set for Canines. Dug up by Harris. Yellen Larson going to get a swing on this. Tough angle.
Yeah.
The long ball.
That's tough when that's coming clear across the court.
You like the aggressiveness. You saw, I mean, Hannah Troutman, who's a former player, I mean, she was so good at that, just being able to take those balls and still get a good swing on it. And like the aggressiveness. Bradley pushes it over, chance for the Dons. Bradley and Robbins were there. One more chance for Canines. Again, Bradley and Robbins. And Charity Bradley gets rewarded. She pushes it through and down.
Yeah, I mean, that's a challenging attack when the ball's coming from behind you.
Yeah, she got a couple at the net blocks to give Portland the chance, puts it away, and Portland, the first to 15, will have immediate timeout. Pilots trying to close this one out here at the Child Center. Keilani Mumolo back to serve. Portland up 15-14, trying to put this one to bed, up 2-0. Back set for Richardson, coming on the near side this time, pounds it home. She'll take a seat for Lennon, who comes in, designated server. 15 all here in set number 3. Pilots up 2-0. Robbins runs into that one. Great up by Grace Zilbert. Oh, but couldn't get it over. How did she even keep that point alive?
Right.
I think she might have got the up with her face.
You're like, she'll use whatever she needs.
And that one's long. Good communication there. Richardson will return into the back row. Robbins to serve. Great serve down the line. We've seen that before.
Yeah.
She got an ace in the second set with that exact same serve, and
just painting that line.
Kind of like a no-look pass.
Mm-hmm.
This time goes deep with it. Great set, and we're going to say out. Nope, they're going to say touch. There's a touch there, so, and Portland thinks they won the point, so we might have our challenge, and I think we are going to have a challenge. It's the, did anybody touch it? Portland saying no, so we'll go to the video review. First review of the set. We'll take a break. You're watching University of Portland Volleyball on the WCC Network. Portland trying to close this out, leading 2-0. So Portland is successful with the challenge. Give the point to the Pilots. 18-16, no touch there, just hit out of bounds. Robbins back to serve. Another good serve. Canines. Robbins off the shoulder, tough angle. And that's, we're gonna say out of bounds. Just over.
Look at the dedication of the red lines person running down to see that. I was about to say,
the line judge was just doing work over there. Give that guy a raise. Finding the angle. Into service, Sarah Denham. Put that on the referee videotape for the
Hall of
year-end.
Fame,
exactly. Yeah. Runs into that one, but it's blocked.
I wanted to scoot the table back a little bit to let them get that.
Staka there to prevent the kill. Harris had a running chance at it, hammered it, but Staka wins that battle. Denham to serve 18 all here in set number 3. Good short serve, Robbins handles it. Back set to Bradley off the block and down. Started with a great up from Maui Robbins. Bradley into serve, Rajkovic to the front row.
Perry returns for Denham with Wattis in for Libero.
Wattis after the substitution into the back row. Bradley to serve. Richardson with the up, tipped over. Helm is out. Bradley will set up Harris. Great setup from Bradley, and Harris finishes it.
I remember back in the day when I used to play front row, those high passes to attack were like gut-wrenching for me.
Back set for Canines and hammers it down.
But you're seeing that more and more, these really super, like, well, anytime that a back row player has to set up their front row, those bump sets that are like super high, and players are just handling it so well.
Canines to serve. She leads the team in aces with 36 coming into it, gets one there, 20-20 now. Hits a heavy ball from the service line.
Because she hits it from everywhere, right? They set her from the back row, front row. She serves it like she hits it.
Harris keeps this one alive, free ball for USF. On the slide, nice up by Zilbert, but Portland couldn't get the second ball up. And we're gonna have a timeout. Coach Burton gonna take one here as USF grabs the lead late here in set number 3, 21-20, but Portland up 2-0 overall. here at the Child Center. Kanine serving for USF and coming out of the timeout, the service error. So great timeout there to stop the run.
Give that point to Coach Burton right there.
There you go. Yellen Larson back into the front row. And for Portland, you like this, as she's been very effective. You got Jade Harris and Rajkovic up front. Helm to serve. Portland trying to put this match away. Good serve, and that's going to be down. Give the ace to Helm. And San Francisco going to use a timeout. Portland 3 points away. Pilots closing in on their third WCC victory. So Portland trying to put the finishing touches on an excellent match here against a very hot San Francisco Dons team. Portland up 22-21. And again, some miscommunication from the Dons. Pretty good swing though, dug up by Zilbert. Jade Harris pushes that one through and down, give her the kill. 23-21. Grace Zilbert with a big dig there for the Pilots. And the second and final timeout here of set number 3 called by the Dons. Portland 2 points away. Back here at the Child Center, Portland trying to close it out. Played probably their most complete match of the season against a very good opponent here in the San Francisco Dons, who came in playing excellent volleyball against some tough WCC competition. Portland 2 points away now. Helm with the serve. Back set, big swing. What an up by Helm. Chance for Harris. Hits it, and that's going to be down. What a point. Everything going Portland's way here tonight. San Francisco played a good point. Portland just was right there.
2 solid hits, but just one better dig.
Richardson back set again. That time give the kill off the block to Staka. She's been very effective all match long, but they haven't been able to probably get her as many swings as they'd like. And we'll have a substitution. Isadora Nikolai to come in to serve. Nothing like pressure. Hasn't played much. Hey, come in against match point and serve. Is experienced as a grad transfer. And we have a discussion with the table crew by the down official. Now we're ready. 22 serving match point. Robbins handles it. The set for Larson pushes it over, but Dawn's gonna get a chance here. Helm with an up. Jade Harris gonna try to put it away, just deep. No touch there, 24-23. Coach Burton has one more timeout, and she will use it here.
Their second and final of set number 3.
Portland definitely doesn't want to give them any momentum going into giving them another game.
Nail biting time. Portland still with the match point.
Not the deja vu you want, right?
So the USF Dons have fought off one match point, 2 match points.
Number 3.
Trying to,
For Richardson in front field.
we have a substitution. Richardson out.
Match point.
Isadora Nikolai to serve. She came on for this situation, got the Dons 1 point. Harris blocked by the Dons. Big play right there. Staka, who's been phenomenal all match, comes up with a huge block, and now we're tied 24-24. Portland needs a side out. Don't want the momentum to shift. Portland's been in control from the start. And an ace. Isadora Nikolai, she came on to serve with the Dons trailing 22-24, and she's done the job. And now the Dons have set point 25, serving 24. And a service error. Did all the hard work, but hits that one into the net. She will come out, and Richardson, not Richardson, there's some confusion. Both Richardson and Petrova will return. 25-25, have to win by 2. I think I'd probably ask for a check our rotation if I'm done.
Right? Who did I go out for again?
Jade Harris to serve. Back set, Staka. She's been the consistent force up front. Her team high 10th kill. Another set point for USF. Wattis to serve. And the ace, some miscommunication there. I think 2 players thought that was out. Harris was a little indecisive, and USF stays alive with the big ace. They take set number 3, 27-25. Not done yet here at the Child Center. Back for more after this. Francisco Dons not going down without a fight. They come back, fight off 2 match points in set number 3 to win it 27-25. And kind of what we saw hindering San Francisco for most of the match was serve receive. At the end, it kind of bit the Pilots.
Yeah, it can be contagious.
Momentum, right? Especially like we talked about in rally scoring. It seems like pressure can build when things are going well. They can go great, and Portland seemed in complete control, but now you got to flip the switch. Still up 2 sets to 1. How do you put it away? Jade Harris to start for Portland. And some miscommunication there. Portland fortunate with the net on the serve, but USF, everyone kind of flat-footed staring at each other.
Yeah. Call it nice use of the equipment, Harris.
Another good serve down the line, and Richardson will push it over. Back set for Larson. Haven't called her name in a while, but gets a kill.
She has a knack for hitting that outside blocker's hand just right to have it ricochet off the court.
Good start here at set number 4. Bounce right back on your serve to get the first couple points. Another good serve by Harris. Handled better this time. Touched over. Setter is out. Zilbert will set up Robbins. Touches it over. That just snuck inside. Fortunate bounce off the net there for the Dons as Ashub on the...
All right, she's saying, you're not the only one who can use the equipment.
I guess it's even now in set number 4. That was bizarre. That was...
Yeah, it was like a slide attack.
Well, yeah, it's, I mean, a quick hit there. It's almost like she was repositioning and thought she was running out of time. I don't know if that was planned or not, but hits it wide. Good diving serve handled by Richardson. Canines, nice up for Harris. Dons with the chance here. And Maui Robbins right there sniffed out that tip attempt by Ashub and gets the block.
Nice job. You know, when you have a front row setter, are your outside hitters, that's their hitter. They need to be blocking.
Serve just sails a little bit long, 4-2 now. Dons to serve. Robbins just long. A shoe back to serve again. Zilbert has been so solid all game, handles that one well. Portland with another shot here. Back set for Larson, big swing, but the Dons keep it alive. Canines. Tough angle for Richardson, but she keeps it in play. Maui Robbins gonna get a swing on it off the block and down. Mamolo coming on to serve. 5-3 Portland here, up 2 sets to 1. Back set for Richardson. Quick hit. Tough ball to handle for Canines, and Charity Bradley there to put it away. Fun socks for the Dons, by the way.
Right. And all in unison?
Pretty much,
Nice.
yeah. It looks like
I always like it when all the team matches.
And that one's going to go wide, so give the kill to the Dons. 6-4, Portland on top. Richardson back to serve. Short serve handled by Bradley. She'll get a swing on it. Back at her. Now Helm gonna get a swing. She's been wanting one. She was hungry. She got one.
For sure. Like I said, anytime she can get a chance at a swing, because she's a phenomenal hitter. Don't let her height fool you.
Yeah, we've seen her play on the outside throughout the course of the year. Different rotations. Mallory Robbins to serve. Nice save there by Momolo. Harris just pushes that one over. Shoe back set to Canines. Charity Bradley just flat-footed pushes it back over. Canines again. That one is in, I think. Momolo saying that caught the line. Love the honesty. Sarah Dunham in to serve. Back set for Bradley. Got a good swing on it, just hit it wide. Good setup. Portland did everything right there, just the attack went a bit wide. Pushed out for Harris. She'll get another shot at it. Good connection there again from Helm and Harris, calling for that quick set. Got it through the block and down. And Rajkovic back in. Bradley to serve. At the net, Helm. Don't know if that was touched at the net or not. It was going to go long, but Bradley had to protect her face. So 8-7, Pilots on top here in set number 4. Canines back to serve. Harris pushes it over Canines there. Now she'll get a swing at it. That's a pretty good play right there. Didn't think she'd be able to get back and get an attack on it, but she was able to.
She's definitely turned it on this last two games.
She gets the dig inside the 10-foot line, gets a quick set back, gets back and able to hammer it home. Now she's back to serve, doing a little bit of everything here the last couple minutes. Rajkovic pushes it over. Going to Canines again. All right, they're getting her going.
You're like, and that's why she leads the team in kills, and she gets her digs and aces.
Yep. 9-8, so Dawn's up now here in set number 4. Harris with a big hit.
Youch.
She said, Canines, I've had enough of you.
Exactly.
You get 3 straight points here, take this. Helm to serve. Staka, she's been consistent. Team high 11 kills on 13 attacks, no errors.
Yeah, her slide is dialed in. It's hard to defend.
Branson Lennon in to serve. 846 hitting percentage on 13 attacks isn't too bad.
Yeah, not too shabby.
Robbins handles short serve. Harris tries to push that one off the block, no touch.
Oh, that's a great idea though. That spot's what's open.
Back-to-back points for the Dons. They grab a 2-point lead here early in set number 4. And that one was probably going long, but not great communication. Canines sticks the wing out to get a dig, and Richardson pounds it home.
I used to always tease my players to one-arm bandits. Get out, stop putting that one arm out, but if you're gonna get a pass like that, I guess go for it.
Yellen Larson down, put her into the middle to get a swing for her, and she hammers it. Petrova back in. Jade Harris to serve. And we're going to have Carly, as the volleyball person, I'll let you explain that one.
So USF's setter is back row at the moment, but she has the opportunity to take and set that ball. What they're arguing is that Portland reached over the net and touched the ball before it crossed the plane of the net. And the officials are saying that it crossed the plane and USF touched the ball when it was above the net and over. The question is USF going to challenge it?
Replay the point.
So they are going to say no point for Portland. They'll replay the point, so 12-10. And the serve is wide. Take a look at the play that you were referencing.
Oh, it's like right at the plane of the net.
And an ace for USF. So is that a challengeable call, I wonder?
Yeah. You mean for Coach Burton to challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And we're going to have a sub.
I mean, challenges are definitely new to me.
Yeah, they weren't there when you're...
No.
You're
So
still
many
getting
rule changes.
used to rally scoring.
Right? They switched rally scoring on us like right my freshman, sophomore year.
That serve is long. Portland will take it as USF was putting something together. Richardson will come back in.
It's a running joke with volleyball, like what's the rule change going to be this year?
And ace for Portland. Grace Zilbert. Third ace of the match. Can Harris get there? No. And we'll have our media timeout. The Dons get to 15 first, trying to build on that third set comeback victory. Portland still up 2-1. Back here at the Child Center for West Coast Conference volleyball action. And we'll have a substitution coming in. And Somebody who hasn't played a lot today but has had a big impact, Isadora Nikolai, who came on and served the Dons back into the game at the end of the third set. She'll come back in to try to get some service momentum here. The Dons leading 15-12. Larson dug up by Nikolai. Richardson now. Zilbert there. And that is in. And I think we're going to have a challenge. Maybe? Nope, no challenge. Give the kill to Maui Robbins. Romolo back in.
Coach was so active.
I know.
So close to the court. Thought he was maybe contesting that.
Don't you dare contest our all-star line judge over there. He's
Right.
always perfectly positioned. Back set to Richardson, hammers that one through. She's starting to find a rhythm here in this fourth set. Now with matching Staka for the team high with 11 kills. Canines with 10. Portland also 3 players with double-digit kills. Harris and Robbins 13 apiece. Yellen Larson 11. Charity Bradley 1 off with 9. That one is long. 13th service error of the match for USF. Maui Robbins to serve. Maybe one of the cooler names that we've had come through Portland Pilot Athletics, Maui Robbins. That's been an effective serve. The third one that she's kind of done, almost like a cut fastball down the line. Ace for her makes it 16-15. Third ace, all of them the same variety. Canines hits this one over. Momolo there, and now Harris finds the spot.
That's the spot she was looking for earlier. Down that line.
Again, the block is there waiting for her. Catches Ashub sneaking up for the tip and instead puts it deep. Sails wide. Back in is Staka. And we'll have a substitution in to serve is Sarah Denham.
Ooh,
Tough one there.
right? Helm didn't want to land on her teammate.
Yeah.
Surprised she didn't, though. She's pretty diehard. Like,
She usually doesn't shy away from a full body dive. But yeah, tough when your teammate's right where you need to go.
exactly. A little bit of an obstacle.
And clips the net, but gets over. Bradley gonna tip it. We've seen her do that a few times. That inside, outside, inside the 10-foot line. Gets the dig and then gets rewarded with the attack opportunity.
Did a nice job of hiding that with going up with so much energy and then at the last minute slowing her hand down to tip that ball over.
Portland within 1 here in set number 4, 18-17. Bradley to serve. Good serve. Harris hammers that one down.
Spins it off the block. Point, Alex.
18-18. Jade Harris now with a team high 15 kills. Double-double, also has 12 digs. Good serve. Back set for Canines. Timing was a little bit off. Portland with a chance. Tipped over. Great play by Nolani Helm. Tough ball to handle, and she just pushed it where they weren't.
Anytime that she is in the front row, though, pass it tight. She wants it tight so she can handle it.
Pilots up 19-18, trying to close it out. Back at the Child Center, Portland up 2-1, have come back from trailing here in set number 4 to take a 19-18 lead. Charity Bradley to serve, give her an ace. I think Petrova thought that one was going long, but it was diving at the end, and Portland 5 points away.
Clutch serving by Bradley there.
We've seen her go short with some. That time she went deep. Into the net that time. Zilbert back into the back row. Canines, dangerous serving. Back to serve. She's got a couple aces today. Team high 38 on the season.
Ooh.
Tough second ball there.
Yep. Bad angle. Just a little too close to the net.
Started with a tough serve, though. Zilbert was able to get it up, but Portland couldn't do much with it. 20-20. Just tipped over by Helm. Canine's going to get a swing on it, and that is down through the block.
Yeah.
Timeout, Portland, 21-20. Dawn's trying to push this to 5 sets. Nail biter here at the Child Center, San Francisco, trying to extend this out to 5 sets. They have a 21-20 lead over Portland. The Pilots up 2-1. Another ace coming out of the timeout. Portland can't handle the serve. 22-20.
There's a reason why she's got a lot of aces in her stats column.
Handled better this time. Can Portland get a good swing on it? Jade Harris able to get the kill. Yellen Larson gonna come back on. 1 point separation between the Dawns and Pilots here in set number 4.
Nice job just cutting around the block there.
And we got into the net on the attack, I believe.
Yeah, that's a rare. Haven't seen that
on the
yet.
Follow through. Portland will take it, 22-22. Richardson handles home serve. Stock has been so good, but right there is Rajkovic. Big swing, and that one is down. Petrova hammers one. 23-22 Dawns.
Lennon for Petrova.
Branson Lennon back in to serve. Jade Harris tries to push it off the block. Richardson there to get it. Canines with the swing, it's out. She's frustrated.
She saw her golden opportunity.
Petrova returns. Jade Harris to serve, 23-23. Richardson. Blocked. Yellen Larson and Una Rekovic with a big block. The two freshmen come together, and that will be a timeout. Dons. Portland again will have a match point. Good work by the two freshmen. Match point for the Pilots. Jade Harris trying to serve this one out. Portland had a couple match points in set number 3, but the Dons were able to fight them off. Richardson right there is again Yellen Larson and Una Rekovic, and that will do it. The Pilots win, and wait a second, maybe not yet. We might have a challenge. We are gonna have a challenge.
Talk about momentum killer there.
So we'll see if this is actually gonna be the win for Portland as we look at the replay. Don't know what
he's challenging with, like, maybe I think in a net violation on Portland.
There's definitely no net violation. I mean, unless Rekovic at the very bottom when she came down, but I don't see what else it could be, and I didn't really see anything there. So if this holds, Portland will come away with the 3-1 victory. As PA announcer Chris Putman is, I think he's ready to say Pilots win and move on.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had this experience where it's like team was celebrating the victory, and to have a challenge, it's just weird.
Exciting finish for the Pilots. We've talked about it, the future, you know, with the freshmen, and you had an all frontline freshman there with Robbins, Rekovic, Yellen Larson, and Rekovic kind of combining to win those last 2 points. I mean, the other thing they could, I mean, are they saying did they come over the net? I mean, that'd be the only other thing.
Well, but you can. So if that was a 3 contact on their side, the block can reach over the net and penetrate.
So really, it's just, was there a net touch, and I didn't see one.
Right. I don't feel like he's got any legs to stand on right now, but you know, they're doing his due diligence, looking at all angles.
So it stands. Portland wins.
It's delayed satisfaction.
You get to celebrate twice.
Exactly.
25-27 and 25-23. Don't forget the Pilots.
It was a Hail Mary that didn't pan out.
Yeah, I mean, you might as well try. I guess it doesn't do any good. It doesn't do any good to have them and sit home with them. But Portland, great win, you know, on this last couple matches. Senior day on Saturday. A great effort, balanced effort. Jade Harris leading the way with 16 kills. Maui Robbins, 13 kills. Yellen Larson, 11, and made a couple huge plays there at the end to win it at the end of the 4th set. Charity Bradley had 10 kills as well. 39 assists for Noilani Helm. Had 9 digs as well. A double-double for Harris. She had 12 digs. Grace Zilbert was just solid.
On defense.
Solid defense.
Dipped a little bit in those couple games, but they definitely overall had a very good passing day.
You see Portland with the 55 kills, hit 311 for the match, 218 for the Dons. 11 aces to 10. Those balanced out, at the end of the 3rd and 4th set. The Dons started picking it up. Digs were a big thing. 52 for the Pilots, just 38 for USF. And I don't think the Pilots have had outblocked many opponents this year, but nearly doubling USF, 9.5 blocks to 5.
I mean, that just shows what a great team effort today's game was.
So Portland picks up the win. 3 sets to 1, 25-21, 25-11, 25-27, 25-23. And a big win for Portland against a hot team. And Noe, can you hear us all right over there?
Yes.
Can't see you, but we can hear you.
Now we can see you.
Congratulations on a big win. You know, playing a team. San Francisco came in with some good momentum, had won 6 straight before losing to BYU and San Diego. What was the plan coming in to today's match for the Pilots?
I think we just really wanted to stay consistent with our energy and our play, not getting too high or too low, and just leaning on each other really and staying confident.
Absolutely. So you think, what do you think made the difference? We've been in so many close matches late in the season. What do you think made the difference today in this match?
I think once again we just stayed confident at the end. No one was really timid or shied away from swinging at the ball or being aggressive on the block. Yeah, just good volleyball throughout the whole set. So that was nice to see.
Absolutely.
Some nervous time at the end of that 3rd set. I saw it was kind of like a little team players only huddle. What did you guys talk about going into the 4th set?
We just talked about resetting. We knew we were playing good volleyball, just unfortunately lost by a couple points. Yeah, just resetting, new set, 1 point at a time pretty much.
And then as a senior, it's senior day coming up on Saturday. Great to carry some momentum into that. But how fun is it to be able to win some games here at the end? You and Jade and Grace all playing well with those freshmen, but coming on a senior weekend, this is a big weekend for you guys. How important is it to get some wins?
I mean, it's awesome. Love winning in Childs. It's been a while, so it was really refreshing.
Well, hopefully we got a good crowd coming out to support you guys on Saturday. Get a win streak going. Congratulations on a great match and on the victory.
Thank you so much.
And that will do it for us here. For Carly Wannen, I'm Jason Bro. A great win for the Pilots, 25-21, 25-11. San Francisco came back to win the 3rd, 27-25, but Portland finishes strong, 25-23 to pick up the victory. They'll be back here 1 o'clock Saturday against the Santa Clara Broncos for Senior Day, trying to put some momentum together at the end. Thanks for tuning in for WCC Volleyball on the WCC Network.